Hello dolls and dames, hi there from the future. What does that mean? Well, from the future means that you're about to watch the very first episode of a series of vlogs I'm gonna do about my life in 2019. I am filming this intro after creating the first episode, which you're about to see, because I went into the project with an open heart and an open mind and really just started filming stuff, and I didn't really know at that time what I wanted the intro to be. So now I'm filming it to say hello and tell you what it is that you are about to watch. Basically, I have this thing going on in my life called the glitter experiment, which is where I'm trying to get from the woman I am, who I love and is great, and she's come a long way, baby, but I want to get her to the woman I really want to be. And part of the goal of that is not only my own fulfillment, obviously, but also to inspire you. My passion in life is helping women and inspiring women. So I got to thinking about it and I thought, you know, there's something really inspirational and helpful about watching someone's story unfold and watching them reach their goals, and that sort of stuff can be very motivating. So I have decided that for this year, I am going to vlog my life, and much of the content that will be in there will have rolled into it all the topics I like to help you with, so that'll just be part of it. So just to let you know, you'll be watching things as I go on in my life and I go through them, but every lesson I have for you along the way will be shared within it. So you can look forward to some really fun and helpful advice as you watch these stories unfold. So without further ado, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment on the video. Other than that, let's get into it. Vlog episode number 1. Hello beautiful people, I am in downtown Denver and I want to document really quick what I'm about to go do in this journey I am taking from moving out of the suburbs in South Denver to moving to downtown Denver as part of this new phase in my life. So what I'm doing right now is it is about 2:25 on a Friday. I'm heading over to the property where I want to move. Everything's been approved, everything is in order. Now it's just a matter of signing the lease, handing him some additional paperwork, and kind of locking things in. I want to document this part because for whatever reason, I don't know why, because it's not like I haven't moved into a new place like a million times in my life, right? Like it's same old, but there is something a little bit, I don't know, a little bit, you know, like, woo, a little anxious and a little apprehensive when it comes down to really signing the lease and committing that you're gonna go ahead and live there for that duration and that term, because at that point there's really no turning back. Yeah, what if the neighbors are loud? What if the maintenance people suck? What if the property owners don't care about the property? What if I lock into this lease and I hate it there? You know, there's a financial burden that goes with moving. Moving is just expensive. And it's not so much that I have any lack of conviction about the move. I want to move. Like, I want to get back into the city. I'm ready to move. It's just sort of the unknowns. I love where I'm moving and I'm super happy and excited about this, and I will update some more as I go through the process. But I did have some other paperwork I needed to bring them, so I got that all done and submitted, which feels really good. That was some really critical paperwork, and now I'm just sitting here working on some stuff and getting ready to head out for the day, and thought I'd show you really quick this little spot where I'm sitting. So here's my little workspace where I'm chilling. I got on my awesome burgundy boots today, which I am loving to death. New notebook that my mom got me for Christmas that I just think is so beautiful. I love it, especially because it's new and nothing has ever been written in it, and what better way to start a new year than with a notebook full of absolutely nothing and all the space in the world to dream. Here I've got my computer open and wanted to show you guys actually as these last few years close down, or last few days close down the year. You're gonna finish this year strong. I feel really passionate about putting messages into your life that remind you how you're gonna do in the very near future. And here's where I'm sitting. Just thought I'd go ahead and show you. So this is an area of the lobby that just kind of super beautifully matches my new notebook, and so and my shoes, so I'm loving that. And here is what this space looks like. There's my purse full of all kinds of stuff. Oh, super excited. I'm so excited for this year, and this is such a big, pivotal part of it. Huge, probably the biggest part of it to kick off 2019. Good evening, dolls and dames. Wanted to give you a little glimpse into what I'm doing here right at the beginning of the year as I'm getting ready to continue on this glitter experiment I'm on and chase my dreams and see how we're gonna make this happen. It is 8:30 at night, and yes, I am being a little wild by having a bit of coffee at this time. I know it's kind of late. I do want to get a few more things done, and then hopefully I will still be able to zonk out okay. Here's the screensaver I set for the month of January so far. Some of you might have seen that on social. I just love how bright and exciting it is, and I love the energy of it. And so what I've been doing, I'd show you me, but I am definitely not camera ready right now, but I will show you the cuteness. Look at this. Okay, these fuzzies. Sorry, the lighting in here is really warm right now because it's like incandescent or whatever you call it, but look at the pom-poms, the velvet, and the sweater socks. So I will show you that. I feel like that is so cute, but that's all you get to see. For now. So what I've been working on, just to kind of show you some stuff, a lot of stuff, but I've been doing to kind of get ready for the year. One of them is my Google Calendar. I've been working on that. I'm really big on color coding a Google Calendar. Right now, I don't have the days and hours filled in. That's going to come next. What I really did initially yesterday was put in the things that are week over week that need to happen systematically. And then to that effect, I'm also working on, this is what I'm going to do when I'm done filming. I'm also working on a daily routine setup that I need to recreate for myself. This is something I use less for planning, a very minimal amount of planning, and a lot more for documenting. I just wanted to show you this because I have found it's a really great way to plan and document your life and help you feel accomplished. I actually go through and I put down like some stickers and some pretty stuff, and I'll decorate quite a lot as I go, actually, and then try to check in every night or every few nights about like what happened. And if it's a mundane day, like I just will put a pretty sticker or something, but it gives me a chance to, when I have big days or successful days or life surprises me and something neat happens, I would encourage you to try this. It's a really, really fun way to document and diary your life visually. I just really love it. The Happy Planner is the name of the whole situation. This, I want to show you a couple of things I did with this in case you find this helpful to also pursuing your goals. Two things here I want to show you really quick. One is how I organized it backwards. So you'll notice that January 1st is all the way into the notebook this far. And if you flip to the front, January 31st is at here. And the reason being, I don't like every time I open a notebook to create a to-do list to see the pages and pages and pages and pages before that are already done. I don't like opening my book to something that's already done. I want clean paper as I come up. So I don't know, I just decided today, you guys, but we'll see. I think it's kind of a cool idea. So it basically goes January 2nd, January 3rd, 4th, 5th, you get the idea. That said, everything takes a little while to learn, and I immediately today started writing my to-do list for today on January 31st, as you can imagine. So I cut out a piece of paper, taped it down, had a little bit of a moment of like, damn it, why did I do that? And then I was like, whatever, fuck it, I'm moving on. So the other side here I want to show you is I'm going to bullet journal the last half of it. And the reason for that is because when you want to really accomplish something and get somewhere in life, you really need to get to a point where you're willing to be a student of sorts. I know that if I really want to do what I want to do to help women and do all these things, I have a lot to learn. Like a lot of stuff that I'm trying to get ready to do with my life this year, I don't yet have all the skills for. So I just wanted to show you what I'm doing here. Table of contents, bullet journal style. Every time I make a page of notes, I'll write the page number down and what it entails. Today, I did a lesson for myself on aspect ratio for videography. So I encourage you to think about becoming a student again in your life if you want to accomplish something awesome and you don't yet know how to do it. So wish me luck. Hopefully this coffee won't keep me up all night, and if I am up all night, I'll just be dancing around in these sweater socks. All right, that's it for now. Hey Hey Dolls and Dames, it is the second day of the year, and so I'm going to film an update here and let you know kind of what's been going on. I posted a lot on social that basically for the several last days of 2018 I was spending most of my time planning and in strategy and things like that, and so today was really about diving in and starting to take some action. A whole group of women popped up out of nowhere wanting to do a specialized class just for that group, and that's just kind of a fun thing when it happens at the beginning of the year. So that was a nice little kickoff to the year that came out of nowhere. That's really cool news. So we'll see where that goes. Other than that, jumping in today, and I decided to make today's theme money. Basically everything I need to accomplish in order to get where I want to be by the end of the month is going to require a lot of money. And so I found that sometimes the best way for me to do that is to just set a whole day aside with only that theme. And then that way I'm just kind of thinking about that in every way, shape, or form. So that's what's been on my mind today. I started off with getting some work done, doing some of the things that help drive my business, which was a lot of just sitting there tedious computer work, so I didn't film that. And now I'm getting ready to head out and go out into the world and get some work done. I work from home, and so it can get a little bit, you can lose your momentum when you work from home if you stay home all day. So I put myself together. I know this is kind of a crazy like hairdo. I feel like it's the kind of hairdo where girls are like, oh my god, it's so cute, and guys are like, what the hell is on her head? So maybe nobody thinks it's cute. I am only borderline satisfied with it, and the thing is, I didn't have time to do my hair. I didn't want to make time to do my hair, so I just invented this. What do we think? I don't know. I also feel sort of like a pincushion. And in any event, it saved me a lot of time. So I'm gonna head out. What I've decided to do is rather than go to a coffee shop or something like that, I was gonna hit the library. I feel like I need a little bit more inspiration. And so what I'm doing is heading to a spot in town that's actually like a dinner and happy hour place, but I'm really in the mood for a fireplace. It's cold here in Denver right now. I just really feel like sitting somewhere near a fireplace, and there is one at a place not too far from here that's super swanky, a really rad like kind of bar social area. Me and my pincushion hair are gonna go and get some work done in a really swanky place. Okay, here we go, out to my destination for the evening, where I can have coffee and fire while I work. Working on actually classes right now for y'all to be doing in January and February. So just doing that, enjoying the fire and some coffee. For a hot second their Wi-Fi wasn't working, and yeah, I thought I was gonna be dead in the water, and I was super upset. And then I remembered the manager was like, are you doing okay? I'm like, no, there's no Wi-Fi. And then I remembered I have a hotspot on my phone. Hello, hotspot on my phone. So here's what I'm working on. The self-confidence crash course. I have a Thursday session already up and out there on social and registration, and then now going to do another one for Sundays. Here's the beautiful reason why I like to come in here. Drinking coffee, and it is literally 8:30 at night. Legit. 8:25, and we are on the coffee. Because why? Yeah, caffeine and dreams. That's why. Actually, the manager, when he first walked by, said that to me. He saw my screensaver and he saw my coffee and he saw me working. He's like, you're really living your truth. He's like, that's what your screensaver says, and that's literally what you're doing. And I was like, well, okay, somebody notices my hard work. This is good. It makes me feel good. It's the 2nd of January, and so far we're getting it. That's all for now. Well, that was a long day. Came home, had a lot more to do though. I'm super tired though. I'm sure you can probably see it in my eyes. I'm actually really exhausted. Oh my gosh, you guys, like, social networking platforms can be so challenging. I spent all this time getting the stuff together for a workshop for y'all, And I just have to tell you this because it's so stupid. I put out the ad on Facebook for the self-confidence crash course. It's a woman kissing a mirror with lipstick and a heart around her face. It's like an image of self-love, and that's what she's doing. And it's, it's really cute and girly, and it really sends the message of what I want people to get out of the workshop. And Facebook immediately wrote me back and rejected my ad and said it was sexually implicit, that it implied sexual behavior or was suggestive, or it's just like, what are you serious right now? So I was really just like, okay, there's nothing I can do. I mean, if I get upset about it, I'm just going to be really pissed off, and it's not going to change it. So point being, the reason I'm including that is, my goal right now this year is just to get to where I need to be and where I want to go in life and the stuff I want to do to help women. And it's going to take a lot of energy and effort. And I realized, that was going to quickly become a vacuum of my energy to be upset about that. So just pointing it out as a lesson learned. Sometimes it's just choose your battles. And as upsetting as it wasn't a battle worth getting overly worked up about. So I hope that's helpful advice to you. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. So I will close by saying, every single time that one of you pops up out of nowhere to tell me that something I'm doing is helping you, I cannot express to you enough how incredibly meaningful that is to me. Right around the time the fatigue was starting to hit on into the hours of the night as I was working on stuff, boom, a new Facebook friend I have popped up. I met her through one of the groups, and she messaged, like a Facebook group, and she messaged me and said, your posts make me feel really happy and essentially make me want to go out and get out there in life and do the things I want to accomplish. That's not verbatim, but that's the gist of what she said. And I am so grateful for that. So I just wanted to let you guys know, like, that seemingly little tiny thing, if you message me and say that something I'm doing is helping you, it might not seem like that big of a deal to send that message, or maybe it does, but I just want you to know it does wonders for me, because I want so badly to make a difference in your lives. And it's a lot of like behind the scenes, constantly like keeping the wheel in motion. And so when these little zips of inspiration come in that it's helping you, it really gives me a zing. So thank you for sending that comment, and thank you to all of you who comment and send me messages and let me know that this is helping you. I just wanted to throw that in there in the vlog this evening because it happened and I was sure grateful for it. Okay, I'm going to remove my face, do my little beauty routine, put on a little Christian Dior perfume to go to sleep in, because that's gonna make me feel bougie and pretty and help me relax a little bit. Nothing like some Dior to make you feel better, And yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll probably actually watch a little bit of a video and then go to sleep. And then we're gonna get up tomorrow. We're gonna do some more stuff, because yeah, stuff is happening. Okay, love and glitter. Good night. Senses of regret from time to time that, hi Molly, that I've had to contend with. But there's all sorts of versions of that, and certainly more than one that I've dealt with. And here's the thing. You gotta let it go. You've got to let it go. Hey dolls and dames, I am at work doing one of the many things I do, which is my day-to-day job that I use to pay my bills and kind of do the normal parts of my life, if you will. The way my job works is everything is by appointment. I am a menswear stylist. I do custom clothing for men. And so I got in this morning at 10. I had a new client that came in who basically needed an entire wardrobe overhaul. So it was one of my longer appointments. It takes about 2 hours to do a complete overhaul, but we got him all set up and he's gonna look great. But I thought I'd show you a little bit about how it looks around here and just give you a feel for that. guess I'll go ahead and show you my outfit today because I think it's super cute, and why not show it to you? Just a basic like little silver necklace to accessorize, nothing major going on because there's so much going on elsewhere. So it's a nice like flouncy, bouncy dress. I really like it still in winter because with tights, it works just fine. I do have some static electricity going on today. I'm like electric, so it's clinging to me a little bit, but it's all good. And then the tights are patterned as well. So this is like zigzags, this has stripes, and then the white boot on the bottom. So that's all for now. I have a huge pile of work over here that has to get done, and then a ton when I get home because the move is coming up, and I am not gonna lie, I'm getting a little bit nervous by how much there is left to do before I move. Like, daunting. I was thinking like, oh, if I just get rid of everything and sell everything and donate everything, there won't be that much to do. But although it does decrease the workload, there's still a lot to do. So I'm trying not to get too nervous and freaked out because all you can do is be very patient and do one thing at a time. That's just the way it works. That's just how it goes. So that's what we're doing. What's up, dolls and dames? I hope you had a good day. I definitely had a good day. Not because it was exciting, but because I finally got some stuff done that really needed to get done that I really did not want to do. One of my things this year and going forward is less frequently trying to put off things that I don't want to contend with. I'm not saying like that's my worst habit, but I think we all do it. And I'm trying to make sure this year that that happens less, really just because by the time I get around to doing it, whatever the thing is, it was easier than I thought it was gonna be. Maybe still time consuming and annoying, but ultimately not quite as hard as what I made it out to be, and then I wished I would have just got it done sooner. So that's my tip for the day. Go ahead and just try to dive in and get stuff out of the way. So I'm really feeling good because it's just making me feel like very accomplished and true to who I want to be this year, which is part of the goal of the glitter experience experiment. The glitter experiment is to become the woman I envision myself being and hopefully in the process inspire you. So even though it's Friday evening, I won't be going out and doing any frolicking or anything like that. So I am going to have to create a lot of momentum this evening around packing, organizing, and getting ready to sell stuff. And I have to actually start packing the things I am taking with me because other than the Christmas decorations, nothing is packed, and we're 2 weeks out from today. And wish me luck. I am going to do this on my own on Friday night. Well, me and Cardi B, because Cardi B is the soundtrack to like 60% of what I do in my life. Okay, I am rambling because I'm in a good mood. I need to stop talking and start doing some stuff. Okay. I got through the burlesque closet part of the packing. I had a burlesque closet downstairs, named that, with all of my costumes, and I've boxed up what I'm keeping and what I'm not. So this is the contents. Here is my red and white Christmas costume just red and white, but it always was really helpful at Christmas. In here is actually a couple of gowns, but underneath what this box is gonna be is my old dominatrix style routine that you guys might remember that costume if you ever went to any of those shows. And then of course the signature act, which was the purple, whoops, sorry, that's the cord, or the strap, the purple act that I did. So there's those three costumes that I wore the most when I was doing burlesque that are gonna get packed away with all of the hair items and the shoes that match and all that kind of stuff. And the good news for somebody who likes this type of stuff is this whole pile is now ready to be sold. So this is 2 full-length gowns. One is like a black and fuchsia. Another one is like kind of ballerina-ish. Some corsets and stuff like that. Some vinyl boots. So that's the stuff that's gonna go to some new happy home. Because I don't got room for all of it, that's for sure. So all I'm doing to be packing up is the critical costumes that I want to hang on to for life. Norm, why are you choosing to sit in this box? I told you you could sit in my lap. Are you feeling like this is a really good decision? What if we hit the brakes? I feel like I don't know about your decision making. I'm questioning it right now. Could be sitting over here, but okay. Do you? Okay, we gotta get rid of all this stuff and you're gonna have to get out of that box. Because it's time. Good morning, ladies. I'm jumping on here just really quick. I was gonna film a little bit more, but if I don't leave, I'm gonna be late. What I'm doing right now, just to get this part of my day in here, is going to Sephora. I actually have a part-time job at Sephora that I've been doing for a few months. I'm there very little, so it's very part-time, so it really doesn't pop up on the radar of my life a whole lot. I love the Sephora brand and I love makeup so much. And when they opened a new one right near my house that was gonna be like a 10-minute drive, I thought, what the hell, why not? I'll get all the benefits of being a Sephora employee. That's what I'm going to do right now. Here I go. I'm gonna go be makeup lady, cause I'm that lady. I'm that bitch. And I just got home from being there for a few hours and I have to now regroup as to what I'm gonna get done the rest of this evening. One of the girls I work with was like, so do you have anything planned the rest of the evening? And I'm like, what don't I have to do this evening? Like with the move coming up and everything and work and trying to get the things around Ms. Roxy Star running again. So just kind of to speak to that, I'm working on, I want to get a newsletter out tomorrow and get more consistently on sending out the newsletters. That's one of the goals this year, is to really consistently get those out to you guys and have them include really fun, great content that you enjoy getting. I have some day job work I've got to get done. So I have client orders that need to be reviewed and released. I have boxes that came in. I need to inventory. Laundry definitely needs to get done. The website, getting the blog up and going again, so there are regular blog posts in addition to YouTube posts. So that's stuff I'm working on. That's what my evening's gonna entail. I'm gonna be taking off my nifty little Sephora smock thing here and getting into my comfies. Oh, I did do a little shopping at Sephora. That's always fun to know. I would actually highly recommend this, so I do want to show it to you. It's called the Midnight Kisses Lip Stories. This is only $14 and I'm always skeptical about like ultra cheap lipstick. And $14 for 6 seems ultra cheap. I tried one because I got it for my daughter for Christmas and it gave me a chance to try one for the whole day and I was blown away. I cannot believe for the price of $14 how well this lipstick stayed on. Super surprising. So I want to show you that because it's awesome and it's $14 and it's 6 lipsticks and they're good shades. They're really fun shades as long as you like to wear lipstick. This is not your like natural situation. Okay, this is for people who wear their lipstick. Okay, I also just got some new face wipes, the Sephora ones. I decided to do the rose right now. I'm just showing you that because I actually do think it's really hard to find these. I've tried every brand in like Walgreens and stuff, and the only one I've ever found that really works well is at Walmart. And I don't shop at Walmart and I don't go into Walmart and I don't do Walmart until I started working for Sephora a little while ago and figured out theirs are good. So I definitely endorse their makeup wipes. They've got all different kinds. And then this I got, I wanted to step up my dry shampoo game a little bit. I've been buying like the Dove and whatever like that. And I feel like really in the end, I don't, like, does it really do that much? Because I feel like it doesn't. Just saying. So that being the case, Living Proof is one of the 3 brands I wanted to try in the new hair stuff I want to use, called Full Dry Volume Blast. And I want to check this out. Dry shampoo, in addition to volumizing, is also about cleansing. Using that also as a volumizer doesn't work really great if you don't have dirty hair. Problem, okay? Plus I have fine, dry hair, so that can be a little over the top. This is basically gonna do the same thing, except not have all the issues that the dry shampoo does. Okay, figured you might wanna know what I was buying because who doesn't wanna see what's at Sephora? All right, here we go. We got so much to do. Coffee is brewing. Coffee is definitely brewing. Okay, just kidding. I'm not quite done. I actually still have one more thing I want to say while I have this Sephora uniform on, because this is a really important lesson that I think we should learn. End of sentence. I want to talk about this idea really quick of having a goal, wanting a certain thing to occur, and then not having the resources to do it, and making a decision as to whether to remain in the lacking situation of not having those resources versus being willing to do something about it. I just made this coffee, so I'm gonna sip it while we talk. How do we ever life without coffee? I didn't start drinking coffee until I was like 32. Crazy. Then again, we all know I was batshit crazy in my 20s. Hello. So the point being, it's really easy to get stuck into this idea of, I don't have what I need. I don't have the resources. I can't do this. I can't do that. You know, that person's so lucky because they have that resource or whatever. And that's just really kind of a dangerous slippery slope way of thinking. You've got to make stuff happen. If something's not there that you need and you're just staying in a really limited lane of thinking how you can solve that problem, you're really not doing yourself any favors. So for example, a few months ago, there was some things I was like, okay, as I go into the new year, there's some things I want to do with video, there's some things I want to do with photography, there's some events I want to do and all this kind of stuff. And I thought, you know, I'd love if my skin would look really beautiful for these things, and I would love if I had a larger makeup collection. I'd love to improve my makeup skills. They're good, but they haven't really been like worked on in a while. I'd like to learn more about makeup application. I want to try all the new trends and stuff because I was watching the YouTube makeup videos like crazy. I want to do all that. But most people don't have the money to set that goal and then just walk right into Sephora and purchase that all and do that, right? Like, it's thousands of dollars we're talking about worth of product that, facilitate these kind of things. And if not always thousands, I mean, yeah, kind of thought like, truthfully, you can drop $1,000 in a Sephora really fast and like, yeah, so it can be thousands. There was just no way, with a daughter going to college and all the other things I want to do with my business, that I would have the money for that. That's an important part of the conversation also, because to make a business successful, you have to spend money on it. If I want to teach a class and run ads for it so people know about it, I've got to spend money on that, not necessarily lipstick. So all those things, what I'm getting at is, I went, okay, you have to be creative. Like, instead of going, well, I can't afford it. Okay, well, what can I do? If I want it badly enough, I'll figure it out, right? So I got to thinking about it and I was like, well, I love Sephora and they have all that stuff there, and you have to be well trained to be an employee there. So obviously the training is there, and I love everything about the brand. Wonder if they're hiring. Serendipity being what it is in the universe, it just so happened that the day before I applied, or the day after I applied, they were doing a job fair with a massive hiring for a brand new store that was opening literally 10 minutes from my house. I had no idea this even existed, okay? But as it turned out, because I got creative and resourceful, sure enough, within a day of applying, someone called and said, we're hiring now. Can you do this? Yeah, okay, I will. So I've been there since, and I'm able to work just a little bit each month. I'm still able to do my job and do my other stuff, because that's a nice thing about, retail, it's flexible. And now, slowly but surely, my skin is improving, my knowledge is improving, my collection is improving, my ability to recommend stuff to you guys is improving. All those things, plus I get to spend a few hours every month surrounded by Sephora and everything that is wonderful about that store. Like, it is the mecca if you like makeup. I mean, it makes me happy just to be standing in there. Like, it's great. Here's the part of it that's the most important and that you really need to hear me on. You have to, in order to be totally resourceful and help yourself get the things you want, you have to employ humility. You've got to be able to be humble, and it is really hard to do sometimes. The example here is I'm 42. I have a career resume of sales, business development, marketing, public relations. I have plenty of a career resume to have a grown-up, kind of full-time, huge paying kind of job with the benefits and all that kind of stuff. I like to be entrepreneurial, so that's not the route I go. But the point being, at 42, having not been in a retail job for years and years and years, it was a little bit hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. It was just a few minutes there. It was hard for me to go, what will people think? Like, what will they think if they see me? Not that there's anything wrong with retail. Don't get me wrong if you work in retail. I mean, I do too now. But you know what I'm getting at. Let's not beat around the bush. It's like people see somebody who's 42 with a college degree and a grown child in college and blah, blah, blah. And they might think, well, why don't you have a bigger, fancier job? Or, why are you just doing makeup at Sephora? I had to just say to myself, who cares? Right? Really, who cares? If somebody thinks it's weird or odd or judges me for it, in the end, I have my goals. I know what I like. I know what I want to be around. I'm really glad I did, and I would just encourage you to strongly consider doing that. Find other ways to get what you want in life. Figure it out. That's really all I'm saying is figure it out. And once you figure it out, if you figure it out and you know what it is, and all that's holding you back is your ego because you're worried what other people will think, that's just silly. You're wasting your time and you're losing an opportunity. And in the end, I love the store. I love being there. I work with some really neat women. They're all really, really talented and really, really driven people to do their job well. And so I'm nothing but proud to be part of that team and part of Sephora. My skin is getting better and better, and my makeup collection is growing, girl. Okay, I'm really gonna get undressed and go do the other stuff I gotta do. Bye. Hey ladies, I just wanted to jump on really quick and give you an update on something that's on my mind that really wasn't necessarily scheduled to be in this vlog, but I want to put this in here because I think it's really important. And it's really late at night. I'm downstairs in the garage unpacking boxes so that I can repack them or throw things away, which is why I could look a mess right now. I don't even know. It's late at night. I might have half an eyebrow on, girl. If I do, this is the look. This is how we roll now. But I actually just want to take this opportunity to be very authentic and real. I moved to where I live now, which was in 2014. I was in a bad way emotionally. I was just having an incredibly difficult time. I'd been battling my eating disorder really intensely for months and months and months at that point. That was like the primary thing that was going on that was just sort of spinning me out of control. But I had a lot of stuff going on. I was just struggling emotionally and mentally really, really bad. Some kind of the worst I have in my life, one of the worst phases. And it was so bad that when I packed to leave and move that house, I was dealing with an intense amount of depression. And it's not fun to admit that, but I do want to make sure I talk about mental health on my journey for this glitter experiment. I was severely depressed, really severely depressed, to the point that I didn't really have any help there with packing or getting ready to move. I also didn't necessarily invite any of that help in or do anything about that, but I wasn't getting things done. I wasn't packing. I wasn't really preparing for the move at all, even though it was in a few days. I just was so severely depressed. So the boxes, some of them are packed so erratically because literally within 48 hours of the movers being there, I was like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? Stuff is not in boxes. And literally, because I didn't know what else to do because of the depression, would get a box and just dump. Like I didn't wrap stuff, I didn't like pad it, I didn't like put it in a folder. I'm talking literally just dumped shit into boxes until the box was full, taped it, and went on to the next one. Well, then when I first made the move, I was still very severely depressed, well into the rest of 2014, really, really bad. So when I moved in a bunch of stuff that I like, off the top of my mind was like, yeah, I need this box, that box, whatever, moved in, went on with life, never really ever went back down to those boxes again. They've been sitting down there for 4.5 years. I've lived a million lives since, and what's interesting about them right now is they're making me uncomfortable and also highlighting my progress. So it's a very strange set of emotions that I'm feeling. On the one hand, I'm incredibly excited for 2019, like so excited and so in a different, entirely different headspace than I was at that time. Like extraordinarily different, okay? And then it's weird to me to be seeing that version of me on paper. A lot of it is pulling out like calendars and notes and all this kind of stuff. And so, you know, eating disorder recovery notes and books and visits to the therapist and different things I was writing down to try to manage my depression. And you can just see it's sad. I mean, it's like I can see how bad I was struggling with all of these notes and things that were written down, and I was just dramatically trying to take care of myself and get out of a tailspin, basically. You know, it was bad. But what's so cool about it is I'm in such a different place now. Like, I'm so excited for the year. I feel like a completely different woman. Like, it's remarkable. But I'm down there and I'm kind of feeling icky. And so what came to mind, I had to tell you that so you understand where I'm coming from. The point of this is to be able to relate to it. If you're there now, if you are in the throes of an eating disorder and it is ravaging your life, if you are dealing with severe mental health, panic attacks, anxiety, depression, any of those things, and it is making a disaster out of your life, if you are not functioning normally and performing like a normal person on the planet and really just not functioning at a normal level right now, if you are feeling hopeless right now, if you are feeling like you're never going to get any better, like you're never going to improve, like you're a lost cause, like there's just, you know, you've tried so many times and like apparently this is just the way you are, you can't be fixed. And it could be a drug addiction, an alcohol addiction, it could be a sexual assault, you know, those kind of things. That's not the stuff I was necessarily contending with myself at that time, but maybe it's those things. I had come out of an abusive relationship, so that was the other part of it too. I didn't mention that. So this all kind of was spinning out right after the tail end of a psychologically abusive relationship. So my wits weren't about me or anything. Nothing was right. Nothing was right. It was just, it felt like emotional survival every day. What I want to tell you is, if that's where you're at right now, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna get better. It will. All these years later, here it is, it's 2019, and I'm getting ready to take on what I think is going to be the biggest year of my life. I know what I want to do. I know how I want to do it. I'm fired up about it. I've been working on myself. I've been getting a much better, stronger spiritual connection to my higher power. I've got that spirituality thing way improved over the last 4.5 years. All these kind of things have come together and I'm so excited. I'm getting ready to move back into the city. I'm super thrilled about my new space. I've got my business plans in place that have been kind of part-time, catch as catch can for the last few years, and ready to really dive into that, which is part of that is this vlog. And so I'm really fired up, and you might be watching this thinking, gosh, you know, it must be so nice, or she's so lucky to feel that way, and I wish I had that joie de vivre, and I wish I had that energy, and I wish I had that optimism and that hope and that drive to get out of bed and live. And I just want you to know that, like, you will and you can. If I was where I was at, you can get out of it too. Like, it was dark. It was really dark and very, very sad, and very, very dark is the word. And so if you're feeling that way, please just hear me and keep going, okay? That's what I really wanted to say by filming this. And I really want you to hear me on that. Just hang in there. Just hang in there. Whatever you've got to do to just hang in there, stick it out. Do what you have to do. And no matter how hard it is, find something you can do to start helping yourself. So I love you, and I just wanted to insert this in the video somewhere. I'm going to edit it in because you should know. Hey dolls and dames, how's it going? This is the only vlogging I have done today, and I'm standing here in a strange little cove in a hallway in my home. It's not a place really made for just standing, but it's really good light, and I'm gonna use it because I'm tired. I could use all the light I can get right now. I didn't vlog today until now. It's almost 9 o'clock at night. I'm actually thinking about treating myself to a glass of champagne and running to the store really quick. So the reason this is the only vlogging I've done today is because I spent the whole day today filming the first full video of 2019 for the glitter experiment. So most of what I'll be doing at least through January and probably the beginning of February will just be vlogging before I can get into doing more of like the sit down, plan it out, set up light, you know, kind of get ready to do it sort of video. But oh my God, let me switch arms. I'm so tired. I can't even hold this camera for more than a couple minutes, and I gotta switch arms, girl. But oh my God, is it a lot of work? I am just exhausted. By the time when I do these videos, it's like the first thing I have to do is plan out ahead, like kind of what they're gonna be about and everything. You know, it's not like vlogging where you just kind of jump on and go. You have to sort of think a little bit about what you're gonna be saying and stuff so you're not completely lost. But then, oh my gosh, you guys, it takes me so long to do my hair and makeup when I wanna look really nice, like so long. I mean, just the eye makeup alone, but oh, can we just talk about it though? That's why I spend all the time. Now I'm like really shiny and everything because I've been under lights and stuff for several hours, but girl, I'll take shiny any day over old and papery. So we'll keep that shine. We'll take that youthful glow going on right there. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put this here because it's the vlog. I'm not gonna lie. I love my wigs and I intend to buy a whole lot more of them because I like them better than the constant nuisance that is my own head of hair, which has just always got some kind of issue. But some are smaller than others. So on top of my fatigue, I feel like my head is being shrunk in a corset. Like, you know, the waist trainers that they have out there? I have a dome trainer on right now. Like, it is shrinking the top of my fucking head. It's so tight because I didn't want it to move throughout a whole day of shooting. So it's so pretty. I love it, but I don't think there's been any oxygen in my brain for like hours, which is probably why I'm feeling a little weird right now, which is probably why I'm rambling. So I'm gonna be done now. That's what I've been doing. Happy vlog update. I think I might go get some champagne. Cheers. Thinking about some stuff you can try, like anything that might help you feel better. Like, I'm not going to lecture you. You don't need that when you're depressed or having panic attacks or whatever. That is the last thing you need. So I'm not going to lecture you what you should be doing. I'm just going to tell you with all the love in my heart, consider doing something to help yourself if you're not, like just trying something, you know? And if you are doing everything and you're like, I'm doing the counseling, I'm doing I'm doing the diary, I'm doing the counseling, I'm doing the group meetings, I'm not drinking, I'm not, you know, using drugs, whatever it is that you require in order to feel like you're getting better. If you're doing all of that and you're still feeling horrible, I just want you to know that doesn't mean give up. Okay? It doesn't mean give up. It just means it's not working right now, but it doesn't mean give up. Okay? So that's it. What's going on in the update since I filmed last? I need to pack. I need to pack so bad. I'm moving in 9 days. I've got to get the move planned and logistically figured out. That part is kind of stressing me out, to be honest. Like, those kind of things just stress me out. It's like the logistics of transportation and finding people to help and all of this other stuff. And I put on this full face of makeup because when you're not feeling good, and if you're feeling a little bit out of sorts and you haven't done that for yourself in a few days, it can really, really help and make a world of difference. So I would just encourage you to, on any random day, if you need a little pick-me-up, go ahead and put on a full face of makeup just for you. Even if you have nowhere to go. Legit, ladies, the only place I'm going right now with all this makeup on is down 2 levels to the garage, okay? The garage. That's it. Also have my daughter home from college, so that's part of this update, and so I will be weaving back in some time with her. As some of you know, she left to college last August, and so now my time with her is so precious and so important to me before she goes back to California. Also, I will be working on the new blog post for you guys. So I've got to get that first blog post of the year up tomorrow on deadline. A burlesque party coming up that I am teaching on Saturday. This fell out of nowhere. I am friends with a gal named Mira, who is a moderator on the group called the Denver Boss Babe Collective. Someone in there posted something about wanting to try burlesque. It took off like a bit of wildfire. A bunch of girls commented. There was clearly some interest in having an event and a get together, so I went ahead and randomly, agreed to put one together and host it and teach them burlesque. And so we're basically doing it as a party, a 2-hour party coming up on a Saturday night. So I have to get ready for that as well. It is the weekend that one of the weekend that falls before a move. The timing is a little bit crazy, but they really wanted something like that, and I thought how wonderful to be able to provide that. And Mira really, gave me a good recommendation that, hey, Roxy Star is a wonderful person to do this with. So I mean, how could I pass it? The move is coming up. I'm feeling a little nervous and I'm feeling a little anxious. I'm very, very, very excited. Very, very, very enthusiastic, and also a little bit sad to be leaving behind where I live now. It has been a wonderful, nurturing, amazing home and place of respite and peace for me for 4.5 years, and I moved into it at a time when I really desperately needed that. This home was an absolute godsend. And there's my bed, and it goes on around. The ceilings are vaulted, and so there's some light coming in here. It's vaulted, so it's very airy and light and spacious. And then the reason I call it my bird's nest is not only for that reason, but this unit is actually the tallest one in the complex. And so it's a ways down to the parking lot. And so what ends up happening is it feels like I'm quite high up in the sky, and that always has been my preference. That's why I'm moving to an apartment above the 10th floor downtown. I just wanted to show you that so you could get an idea of why I called this my nurturing home, loving place, bird's nest, because it really feels this way. I will miss it so much. The bathroom's a little bit messy, so I'll just have to show it to you, a little bit messy at the moment, but it also has that feeling. It's way, way up higher than the rest of the buildings. So when you take a bath or hang out in here, obviously really big bathtub, separate shower, granite countertops, and a nice closet. I will miss this place dearly. I really will. I think I will probably cry on moving day, because I know that sounds silly, but when a place has been your home and your refuge for 4.5 years, you will always forever hold it dear to your heart and never forget what it did for you and for your life. I want to share this really quick. I was getting ready to go down to the garage, and one of you, we were messaging, and I really want to put this in the video. I'm not going to include her name because I would never, like, without asking somebody, include their name. And so whatever, you'll know who you are when you hear the voice thing. But I just wanted to tell you ladies, like, it's so fucking cool when you meaningfully interact with me on social. And by meaningfully, I just mean like that you make time out of your day to choose to interact with me on my content because you feel it helps you. Like, I'm here to help you, and when you do respond and let me know it's helping you, it means so much to me, and it's such a cool experience that I want to share it with you. I want to put this in here because I want you to know, message me, reach out, talk to me, tell me what's going on. I've had some of you message me like this. I've had some of you send me, again, I'm not going to throw names in for now because I don't know who wants me to say what, but I had one girl who was doing a pole competition, and she was keeping me up to speed on what she was doing with her pole competition and when she won, and we didn't have a prearranged agreement that we were going to have have this conversation. It was just super cool that she like reached out and was like, hey, you're really motivating me. Here's what I'm doing. And I get, you know, sometimes it's like, hey, you're helping me help my sister or whatever. I want to include this just because I want you to know I love that. I love that shit, girls. I love it. Like, you're why I'm doing this. And when you reach out and communicate with me about how it's affecting you and what you're doing, like, woo, let's have a fucking party. Like, that is amazing to hear from you. So I just want to play you this one because I just got this before I was going down to the garage. Can you see why nothing ever gets packed? It's so easy to get distracted. But here we go. I asked her how she was doing.
The start of my year has been fairly normal. So, I mean, I guess normal is good sometimes. There are some things that I would like to accomplish this year. I've already decided that 2019 is the year of the upgrade for me.
Upgrade.
So I need to upgrade myself, upgrade my relationships, upgrade. So that's what I'm going to be working on this year. Making sure that I'm working on myself, making sure that my relationships, whether that's friends, family, a possible romantic relationship, that they are definitely what I deserve and not just something I'm accepting. So anyway, I really appreciate you replying. I love your messages. You're such an inspiration to me. Thank you so much.
So, two things there. Well, lots of things there, right? She's putting into place. One, what does she say before she says anything about other people? She says, I'm working on myself, right? So important. That's not selfish. She's not saying I'm gonna be selfish. What she's saying essentially is that she has figured out over time that if she doesn't take good care of herself, she can't take good care of other people. So I really love that that came first after the upgrade comment. And then the other one that we wanna put in there is deserve. She didn't say relationships I want to, you know, work on the relationships I want or I need. She said the relationships I deserve. That is huge, ladies. That is huge. Let this anonymous beauty, who we may end up with her name in the comments or something on this YouTube video when it's, you know, we get to it. When we get to it. But in the meantime, let this anonymous beauty be your inspiration to upgrade, work on yourself, seek relationships that you deserve. Hey dolls and dames, just doing a quick check-in. This is actually going to be the last day on this particular vlog, and then I'm going to cut it off, and all the filming starting tomorrow will go into the next episode, if you will. So we're going to capture some stuff today to wrap it up and then do a little outro when we are done. I'm moving along quickly because I'm about to go see a client and just take care of some day job stuff and run some garments around and make sure he's taken well care of. He's a really good client, so we're going to take care of that. I got the blog post out today as promised, that would be coming out on a Thursday. Really just sharing that to share with you that I am still working really hard to keep on those goals and those commitments to myself in 2019 so that I'm getting stuff out there to help you guys. I hope you enjoy the post. It's called Caffeine and Dreams 2019, the year to make it happen. It's also extracted from the first newsletter of the year that I sent out because I thought with it being the new year, it's a good sentiment to actually put out there twice. So that's up there, got that done. I am working through some more logistics today on the move, things like getting the utilities switched over and all that kind of stuff. I also have a pet rabbit I've got to figure out what to do because he has a cage that is like the equivalent of a mansion for a rabbit, and I'm gonna have to downsize. So that's on my to-do list also. Teaching that burlesque party tomorrow on Saturday. I sent out an email invitation just now actually to people who are outside of the Denver Boss Babe Collective. One of the moderators, who's my friend who set this up, I asked her, can I invite some people outside of the group that I think would be good for the group? She said yes. So I just sent out an email. Hopefully you got that if you're on my e-newsletter list. And that's it. I will come back for more updates. I'm running out the door now to go meet with a client, and then we'll resume the craziness that is today. And it is crazy. It is a lot. Okay. Just leaving my client's office and did that stuff, got the clothing measured and picked up and switching it out and going to the tailor with it and all that just kind of stuff. Also just had a really good conversation. I have some ideas for ways I want to work on developing my business and doing some other things, and I happen to know some really great people in the business community here in Denver, obviously because of what my job is. I know a lot of business people, guys have been in the Denver business community for a long time. So went ahead and gratefully this friend of mine, who's also a client, had enough time to sit with me for a few extra minutes and talk about some ideas, and he had some really good advice and some feedback on it, which was most appreciated and what I needed. So I always value people's time and energy when they are willing to be giving of their either info or connections or whatever advice they have on business. I definitely trust these guys a whole lot because a lot of them have been doing business in Denver for literally decades. And so it's just really cool. That was actually one of the reasons why I took a job as a menswear stylist a while ago. I was never really like a fashionista or a person that was like super into fashion. I really didn't have a reason to be super into men's fashion. However, I feel like I'm so close. I knew that it would be a really cool way to meet new people, especially out of my realm, because my background and my realm at that time was burlesque and pole. And so literally every creature I met knew every day was an artistic female. And so I was like, well, I just want to kind of see how the other half lives. If I do this job, I'll meet business professional males. And so it kind of balance out. So there's, people in my social life who are male and female, women and men, people who are very artistic, people who are very business oriented. I thought, well, what a cool way to like really blow open who I know in Denver, and it really has worked out well. So I'm just sharing that because one, I was correct, that was 4.5 years ago, and I did project or forecast that I would meet people that would be good to me, and 4.5 years later I did. And also it's just meant to encourage you. I just want to include it to encourage you. Don't be afraid to, step outside of your norm. Don't be afraid to leave, what you do or your industry or whatever. If you feel like you need to find some way to change up life and meet different people or get different opportunities or whatever. Sorry, I'm bouncing this on the car. I need to get one of those things so I can camera in here because I'm on the camera, not the phone. But if you feel like you don't have the social circle or you don't know the right people or you just are really limited in your realm, don't be afraid to step away and do something else in order to change that. Like, it might seem a little scary to be like, well, I want to do this. And this is where, I love burlesque. I love pole. I loved all that. And it was like sort of weird to just like go off and do this other job. But it was the only way to broaden my horizons. And the thing is, burlesque is still there. Pole is still there. I can return whenever I feel like it. And in the interim, I've decided I want to help women by way of having begun it in burlesque and pole, and that has morphed into something else. So just, that's my advice, is just make sure that you're not afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and do something kind of strange or unusual for your normal pattern if you think that you can project and forecast that it could benefit you. Like, be smart, be smart, work smart, not hard. Although I had to work my ass off to meet these people and build those relationships, like, oh my God, so much hard work. Ultimately, I was right. And I now have a whole network of people that I can talk to, and a small, tiny group of them that I would actually consider to be friends. And they're the type of friends I would have never met. I said to my client just now, like, this is such a cool thing in life because how would I have met you? Like, I would have never met you, and now you're a great friend. Okay, that's it for now. That's it for now. That's it for now. For now. That's it for now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what any of that was. Okay, so I'm back at the Landmark. I really do like Jing. I didn't really spend enough time at this restaurant while living down here. And I realized with moving in just like a week, I was like, oh my gosh, I was just there. Like, why would I go back to get some work done? But to be honest, like, I'm probably not going to be down in South Denver very much at all once I move. Like, there's just no reason to make the trek, you know, once I'm downtown. So yeah, let's go Jing it up. Hey dolls and dames, the time has come for me to film an outro to this vlog. It is really late at night, so I'm in kind of a mellow, quiet sort of mood, but I am nonetheless extremely excited about having finished this first vlog for 2019. I hope that it is something that will be enjoyable for whoever ends up seeing it. If you like the video and you've enjoyed it, one thing that would be I'd be so appreciative of would be if you could click like on it, comment on it, subscribe to my channel, and share it. Any of those, all of those is better. It really helps because the videos are a lot of work, and initially I really don't know if anybody will see them or have any response to them. I'm happy with all the stuff I've captured. It's been 10 days, which is a lot of footage. I'll probably go maybe only like a week in the future. So I'm excited to see what's there, and I think it'll be pretty rad. I am gonna be a little bit curious to see like stringing it all together, you know what I mean? Because like it's like, you know, one thing to have the footage, but then to like string it all together into like a cohesive whole is a different thing. So it'll be really curious to see like how that part goes. But I'm really proud of myself, you guys, because I committed, you know, that I was going to be very religious and committed to this process, because I just know in my heart, as strange as it may seem to say that like my goal is to help other people, and then to initially start by focusing on a vlog about just kind of my life and what I'm doing, it does make sense in my head, and there is a greater purpose to that. And so I think it'll just be, you know, kind of a along for the ride kind of, you know, situation. It may be the case, honestly, that nobody even sees these vlogs for like ever or a really long time. I don't know how interesting it will or won't be. And I think that to that point, it's just really important in life. It's important to sometimes realize like you just have to just do something and not wait because you would rather know the outcome, or you want to be sure it'll work, or will somebody, if I make this art, will somebody buy it? If I make this video, will somebody watch it? If I start this business, will anybody want to be my client? You know, if you know, whatever it may be, we can get very caught up in the outcome, and it can really hold us back. And that was one of the things for me for this year that I realized is like, I'm just gonna go turbo. I have a really solid idea of things in my mind, but I definitely don't want to spend really any additional time contemplating any of it. So I don't know if anybody will see this or not. I don't know if anybody will watch when I put it out, 6 months from when I put it out, 6 years, I don't know, but I'm just gonna do what I'm doing. So I'm excited. We'll see how it edits. We'll see how it looks. Basically, I'm just proud of myself for doing it. I set a ton of expectations on myself since the first. We're 10 days in, and I'm doing pretty fucking good, actually. So I'm excited about that. Even, you know, life ebbs and flows and whatever, but I'm going to go ahead and, you know, I'm a self-confidence coach and a self-love coach for women, and I try to help them with that. And I always try to set a good example by not holding back when I think I'm, you know, being badass at life. I think I'm kicking ass right now, and I feel really good about it. And yeah, I'm glad I'm filming it and sharing it with you guys, because it just worked out super cool that what I'm documenting happens to be while things are also going really well. That won't always be the case, but we're off to a good start. So love and glitter. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you soon.